What's up, world? And as promised, our President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has lived up to a promise to make America great again. And one of the ways he decided to make America great again is to lose this country about 15,000 jobs from General Motors. Way to go, President Trump. Way to live up to that promise. Now, our President of the United States of America decided that this may be a bad look on him. Yeah, he thought about it. He scratched his head and said, "You know what? This might look bad on me." So he comes forward and says, "You know what? Hey, Cynthia Satterfield, how you doing?" So Trump comes up and decides, "You know what? I need to make a press conference right now to let the world know I am against General Motors." So Trump comes back out and goes, "What are you doing? Get back in there! Turn these machines back on! Get back in there!" So the Ohio plant, the Chevrolet General Motors that's in Detroit is shutting down, and the one that's in Ohio is shutting down, which will lead to about 15,000 jobs. Now, I don't want to joke because it's very serious. These are people who are out of work, and some of these people are laid off completely. Other people will be reassigned. Chevrolet is canceling the Impala, the Chevy Volt, and a list of other cars, including Cadillac, as they will continue to their main focus as people are buying more trucks and SUVs than they're buying compact cars. It's a massive recession. Something that your president that you elected, where are the Republicans? Why didn't you buy Chevys? You're so pro-American, but you don't want an American car. Tell her I said hello. Am I a Republican? Pay attention. Now, when we look at the situation altogether, what will we see? What shall we see? I see a situation where it's going to be harder for us to get out than stay in. The United States of America's car industry is going to reduce itself. Ford is having success, which is going to lead to a lot of General Motors non-success. And when people are not being able to afford these cars without going in with somebody helping out on the car bill, most of those people are buying SUVs and trucks. They're not buying a Chevy Volt. because they can get approved for a loan for a car that costs more than a Chevy Volt. Plus, Chevy Volt looked like something that they just threw together. To be honest, that car looked ridiculous. That was just to say you had four wheels that moved. But the Impalas wasn't selling. Even though it was Motor Trend's car of the whatever. So when you get your do things in a situation like that, it can come back to bite you. So Trump is getting ready to try to block their import cars or whatever. I mean, he's trying to do something to make General Motors not shut down the plants because this looks bad on him and it looks bad on the Republicans. You see, this isn't what they signed on for. And when you didn't sign on for situations, what's up, dude? I see you. Yeah, crazy. Now, our president, Donald Trump, has mapped out an entire plan to bully General Motors back into the negotiation table so that they can come to a compromise and get the workers back to work. But they just can't suffice. So some of the employees will be shipped to the other locations to work on their trucks and SUV line. Others will receive payouts, and other employees will be laid off. Well, let's look at things realistically. Trump Trump only cares about his image. And once you hurt Trump's image, you've caused a lot of damage to his ego, his pride, everything. So this is embarrassing because the people who voted for him, major states like Michigan and Ohio, now that's going to be up for grabs because now the Democrats are going to wail on it. They're going to wail on all the Republicans because the Republicans promised jobs. This isn't promising jobs. This is losing jobs. It's a big major difference. Then, hey, I promise you a job. Now I promise you don't have one. And why those guys in Ohio who believed in Trump, now they're like, oh my God, what have we done? Well, under the Democrats' watch, this would have probably never happened. This is the second time under Republicans' regime that General Motors had a shutdown. The automotive industry was in the dumps. Chevrolet, Ford, all of them were shutting down. When Obama came in office, they started to open back up and prosper. Now, we don't see that anymore. Why? What is happening? Because one side is saying one thing and not delivering on the other. They're putting their money into other companies whose main agenda is outsourcing, promising like the Baxter company that people that have companies in Mexico where it was less costly to them, that it would be affordable for them to come back to the United States. That just hasn't happened yet. They rounded up all the votes, but Trump has yet to get that company moved from Mexico, move that plant from Mexico to the United States. So now Trump is going to fight General Motors because he has to fight. Because if he don't fight with General Motors, it'll look like he's on their side. But this is a black eye on Trump because he made the promise. So if you made the promise, why is General Motors closing 2 plants? Why is this happening? You telling them, get back in there. That don't work. I'm quite sure there was some negotiations before this happened. I'm quite sure they had a conversation with you guys before they said we're shutting down 2 plants. I'm quite sure that now that this happened, you made promises to them to last through the election. Because if this happened before November 6th, y'all lose way more jobs. So you strung them along as long as you could till the election was over. Now that the election is over, now it's whatever. Now it's war on General Motors. I get it. Good politics, huh? Now we doing big business. Yeah, we doing big business. Big business. Big business. Big business. We doing big business. So, who's at blame? General Motors or Trump? Who do you blame for these layoffs? Of course, we know they have to inform the government ahead of time. We know what that government did. They strung them along like they were going to stop the layoff. You think General Motors wanted to lay people off? Well, the situations always change, the narratives rather, when it comes to the president of the United States. I know some people that are defend him to the death. Not my president. Then you got people like me that hold his feet to the fire. Well, he thought by strong arming companies, that's going to get things done. No, strong arming is only going to make things worse because then you're going to realize how much is tied into other properties. Like Donald Trump, that cell phone you holding, yeah, that's made in China. Do you really want to go to war with them? You want to know how powerless we were made? We had a movie called The Interview, joking about a comedy, joking about what's his name, or what's his name, Kim Jong Un. He didn't like it, and y'all said tough. He said, "All right, snap." Next thing you know, it was the biggest American hack in history. Everybody's emails was hacked. Celebrities' business was thrown all over the public. They had them Koreans like, shh. They all own Samsung products. Shh. Boom. They're already here. It's a cyber war. And they won. They took the movies out of the movie theater, said it will not be shown in the movie theaters, took the movie down, threw it on video. They lost millions. That's how I knew we no longer have the power. That is a clear cut sign to show where we are in the power ranking. Did you not think North Korea didn't think that too? Oh, they thought it. But anyway, thanks for the support. Hope you guys subscribe to the page. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. It's time to go eat. Eat, 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 eat. Let me know who you blame. Trump